Hey, Michael.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Good. I lost a little microphone cover to my headset, and so I switched to these guys today.
Yeah.
How? I guess I just saw you yesterday, but how have your past few hours been? Good?
Actually, right now, my throat is hard.
Oh.
Because the homework from professor of computer lesson, um, he told me, I know, he said you have to film the videos
Mm-hmm.
of presentation with a PowerPoint that I made. So, uh, I spent so many times to film to film that video. So yeah, my throat is hard right now.
Sorry to hear that. How did you film it? Did you go in like a Zoom room and record on Zoom, or do
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else? Mm-hmm.
Do you know the bandit cam? Have you heard about that?
No, what is it?
That is the app that we can use when we have to record the videos from monitor. So my professor recommend that app, but when I used that app, it was not working. So the I just used the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Automatic.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I had to film a presentation. Not this week, but last week, and I used Zoom. It worked pretty well.
Mm.
But if you film a lot of times, it does get to your throat.
Yeah, actually, we just have 3 minutes. That is maximum, and
Mm-hmm.
and the the context that I made with PowerPoint should be just 3 slide, something like that. So it was too hard. Like I have to summarize so hard. I have to summarize the context that
Mm-hmm.
I chose. So it was hard, and it was harder to fix the time of video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I spent so many times to
Yeah,
film that video.
crazy. Yeah, I have a presentation today for my Spanish class, and it's kind of
Mm.
stressing me out because it's a group presentation, and the other girl has not done anything. She has no slides finished. I'm like, it's my class is at noon today. That's in 5 hours, and she hasn't even started. I'm like, okay.
Oh, then
Eh,
both people have to presentation.
yeah, we do our presentation live during class, but
Ah,
yeah,
interesting.
yep, good stuff. Okay, are you still down to do some writing practice today?
Yeah.
For TOEFL? Okay, cool. Let me share my screen with you. I think we've done writing practice for TOEFL before. It's, you have a reading and then you have something to listen to, and then you explain how, the reading compares to the listening. Okay. Here, so this is the reading. So you can read it out loud, you can read it in your head, whatever's easiest. Oh, and since this is practice, if you have any vocab questions, feel free to ask.
Okay. Dwarf planet.
So dwarf means small. So dwarf planet would be like a small planet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and the next part is the lecture. So I'm going to do a new share with sound. If you have like maybe a sticky note or something by you, sometimes what I like to do is to write down some of the points from the lecture. Just since you have to talk about it later. We can do it on the screen too. Sorry, I'm trying to get this plugged in. It's not working. Okay, got it. Okay.
As you all likely know by now, Pluto has been officially demoted to a dwarf planet. What this means is that we will no longer include it as part of our solar system. The debate about whether or not Pluto should hold its status as a planet created such a conflict within the community of world astronomers that it has been called the Great Pluto War. The decision on whether or not to demote Pluto was put to a final vote by astronomers from around the world at the International Astronomical Union Conference. However, when I say from around the world, I don't mean worldwide. In fact, less than 10% of the world's astronomers voted, and most of those who were at the conference had already gone home by the last day when the vote took place. Of more than 10,000 potential voters, less than 500 took part, mainly because there was no way for them to cast their vote without actually being at the conference. Many astronomers believe that if electronic voting had been an option, Pluto, along with 2 other celestial objects, would now be considered planets. Furthermore, the definition that was decided upon for a planet, that it must clear the neighborhood around its orbit, doesn't technically hold up, since Earth, Mars, Neptune, and Jupiter all have asteroids as neighbors. The IUC decision disappointed many people outside the astronomy community too. You see, there are more than a few Pluto lovers out there. Some were so angry at the resolution that they began putting petitions together to have the ruling overturned. In New Mexico, where Pluto's discoverer was a resident, state officials have declared March 13th Pluto Planet Day. Children in particular have a thing with Pluto and are perhaps the least willing to part with it. The name for the now dwarf planet was put to a vote in 1930, and incidentally, Pluto, which was chosen unanimously by a group at the observatory where it was discovered, had been submitted by a young schoolgirl.
Brought to you by Englishclub.com.
Okay, so I wrote some stuff on the side. This is what I would recommend doing, something like this when you listen to the lecture.
It's hard.
Yeah, you gotta go pretty fast. I would say one thing. I'm curious about this. So when you listen to an audio and you write notes, do you write them in English or no? Okay. Yeah, don't worry about the spelling or anything like that. That sometimes will save you some time.
You know what?
Mhm.
When I'm listening the audio and I'm writing down the keyword, something like that, then if I focus on just writing, then I couldn't have hear the audio perfectly. And if I hear the audio, then I can't write down the keyword. So I couldn't do something like multi action, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So,
I gotcha.
yeah, that's hard.
We might do some more listening practice then. Not today, but maybe next week. I think that might help a little bit. Okay. So anyways, here's the prompt. So summarize the points made in the lecture, explaining how they cast doubt on the points made in the reading passage. And I believe you have 15 to 20 minutes to respond to this.
You know
we
what?
could
I
say.
I couldn't understand the lecturer said.
Okay, sure. We can walk through it real quick. They have a transcript down here at the bottom. Okay. So basically, if we go back to the reading is saying Pluto got changed to a dwarf planet, and though some people were a little bit sad, Pluto's smaller than our moon, and they found this other astronomical body called Eris, which is bigger than Pluto. And it says that people have accepted the idea, people agree that Pluto shouldn't be a planet, and that children also will be okay too. The audio says the opposite. It says that there's a lot of disagreement, so much disagreement that it's actually the Great Pluto War. And then when they had a vote at a conference to decide if Pluto would be a planet or not, less than 10% of the world astronomers were there, and then many people who were there went home, and so there were very few votes. Electronic voting would have helped because then more people could vote, but they did not do that either. So some people are upset that there was no electronic voting. The other thing is they say that one of the definitions was that a planet has to clear the neighborhood around its orbit, so nothing can be in the way of its orbit. But that's not true for even the planet Earth, because there's asteroids that are in Earth's neighborhood. And so that was something else that people disagreed with. And basically, to add to it, people are very upset. They're so upset, they want to overturn the decision and make Pluto a planet again. And children especially are very upset because a child picked out the name. Children just love Pluto, and then people love it so much they even have a Pluto Planet Day. So basically, it's saying people really want Pluto to be a planet.
Okay.
Does that help a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 150 to 225 words. So if you just want to type paragraph by paragraph, maybe. If you do like what we did last time, so an introduction, like 2 body paragraphs, and then a conclusion, that should get you right at the perfect amount of words. Okay, just let me know whenever you start writing, because I'll turn on a timer too, just so we can keep track of it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, start. Okay, it's been about 2.5 minutes so far. Okay, we're about 4 minutes now. Okay, and that's about 5 minutes. So probably a good place to be is to have at least one paragraph finished. Okay, stopping the timer. Let's go over this. This looks great so far. I haven't read most of it, but just the overview looks good. Oh, do you mind if I clear my screen? Are you done with these notes?
What?
Oh, am I good if I clear my screen? Are you done with these notes on the side? Or do you want me to keep them up? Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay, I'll leave them there then. Let's make this a little bigger so it's easier to read. Okay, there are various types of planets in the solar system. People try to describe them through books, and we learn through those books. Like world changes fast, the context of books change fast too. During the process of evolving, so many things have been changed, especially the existence of one planet, Pluto. Okay. So far, so good. Let's do a few edits. So this part is perfect. There are various types of planets in the solar system. Great sentence. People
Did you screen share right now?
Oh, is it not showing?
Yeah.
Oh, huh. Okay, let me try again. Sorry, that's so weird. I thought it was showing. Did that work?
Yeah.
Okay. So this sentence is perfect. There are various types of planets in the solar system. This one right here, people try to describe them through books. I think people tried and they're still trying, right? So I would say maybe people, you could even just say have tried, or you can even just say people describe them through books. It's up to you. We'll go with have tried just to do something different. People have tried to describe them through books. Okay, and so now we're starting a new sentence. It's a compound sentence, so we need a comma. And we learn through those books. Okay, next one. Like world changes fast, the context of books change fast too. Okay, so usually when we talk about world, we say the world. Like the world changes fast, the context of books. Okay, so context is singular, so we want to say changes. The context of books changes fast. Oh, and we also added the word the. Changes fast too. Now you can just do it like that. That should be fine. No comma necessary. So during the process of evolving, so many things have been changed, especially the existence of one planet, Pluto. Okay, so during the process of evolving, so many things have been changed, especially, okay, so we don't need this comma right here. This one is kind of tricky, vocab-wise, so I just want to go over a few words with you. So we have the word existent, existence, and then let's also talk about this one, classification. Classification. Sorry, I spelled that wrong. Okay, so existence, this means something that is current or at the present. Okay, and this is also an adjective. That's important to know. So existent means current at the present. It's an adjective. Maybe an example, a sentence of that is the existent policy about COVID-19 is masks are optional in Texas. So the current policy about COVID-19 is that masks are optional in Texas. So we use existent as an adjective like that. Existence, this is a noun version. So this is just the state of being there or of being real. And this is a noun. So maybe an example sentence here is the existence of alien life is debated. Okay, so that means we don't know whether alien life is real or not. We argue about it. So existence is being used as a noun. Okay, and then last one, this is a word that I think would be the best to use in your essay. So we know Pluto exists, right? What they are arguing about is not whether Pluto exists, but what type of planet is it. And so classification, this is a noun that has to do with type or like a specific group. And so I would probably want to use this one. So during the process of evolving, so many things have changed, especially the classification of one planet, Pluto. Oh, and I spelled it wrong, but there you go.
Mm.
But this is what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions about any of this stuff?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't think we have enough time to start a whole other paragraph. If you have time, if you write anything, just when you have free time, you can always email it to me. I'd be happy to read it and give you some advice. But if not, we can just pick it up in class on Sunday too. Let me make a note to myself that this was 5 minutes of writing, though, just so we can keep track of the total time. Let's see, 5:27:54. Okay. I'm curious, what do you think? Should Pluto be a planet? Do you have any opinion?
I just planet. To me, the standard of planet is how it look like
Mhm.
if that has edge on specific features or something like colors or decorate like a cloud, like a what is it called, something like
Cloud. The word that I want to say is composition. Composition is what things are made of. So composition is what it's made of.
composition, something like
Mhm.
that. But I don't know the stars look like exactly, so I couldn't say exactly the standard of planet. I don't know. So
Mhm.
I can't decide if the Pluto is planet.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. That makes sense. I think also it's interesting, right? Because we have the terrestrial planets, the rocky ones like Earth, and then we also have the super huge gas giants like Jupiter.
Yeah.
Jupiter and Earth are very different, but they're still both planets. Maybe Pluto's different too, just in its own special way. So that's kind of my thought. Yeah, but that's true what they said. Kids do love Pluto. I remember when this news came out in my class, we had a debate about whether or not we thought Pluto should be a planet. Everyone was so excited.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves science then.
Yeah, I don't know if they love science, but they did love Pluto.
Nice.
What about you? Do you have any plans for today after class ends? Anything to work on, or are you heading to bed?
I have to do another math work after this.
Oh no.
Is,
Your screen is frozen, but I can see some of it. It looks like calculus, right?
as about function
Mm-hmm.
and limit.
Ah, yes. I don't like limits.
Yeah, like I don't know why I did that.
Oh, sorry, your audio was cutting out. But you said you don't like limits.
Yeah,
Did I
I
hear
don't
that
like
right?
limit, and I don't know why I have to do it.
Yeah, I feel that. I'll tell you what, I have to still take limits sometimes in my thermodynamics class. It's
Oh.
not oh yeah. Yeah. The reason why this is kind of I don't know,
The
it's
graph?
either very interesting or very boring. Yeah, we have a graph. So we do graphs of mixtures of like two things, right? And so when you have just, liquid 1 and you have just liquid 2, that's at like the edge of the graph. And so you do the limit to find out about, just liquid 2 or just liquid 1 instead of what it's like combined. So we have to use them in my classes. I'm not a fan, but oh well, what can you do?
It's hard.
Yep. Okay, well, I'll let you go, but I hope you have a good rest of your day. Don't work too hard, and I'll see
You
you
too.
on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye. Have a good day.
You too.